This is the Glitch Panopticon Season 1 Chapter 9. In this episode we will be talking about a distinct grouping of alien species, that is, the ones without corporeal bodies in our reality. To start out, there are interdimensional beings which do not have corporeal bodies in our space. These creatures will often invade a person's body during sleep and effectively take them for a joy ride. These beings, made of light and shadow, by our perception, exist outside time. It may be that they are simply residues of our conscious entity which, after death, transmigrate into a more subtle form of existence. It is difficult to say. But these creatures view our reality as an amusement park. A place of virtual pleasures and fantasies. They are essentially nihilistic even, to the extent that they lack a basic comprehension of compassion or empathy. Now, it may be that initially, after death, a kind of quantum immortality subsists. In that, we translate to the next closest reality where we are still alive, simply transition from one moment to another, from one death to another, from one parallel interdimensional stream to another. But what is also clear is that at some point our consciousness leaves a corporeal space, and in so doing, escapes the trappings of a body and the associated empathies. Now, what is also clear is that our bodies, from the perspective of the Panopticon, given that our perceptions are malleable, are mere vessels for our consciousness. This consciousness can be translocated from our bodies and another translocated in. The Panopticon is the ultimate fulcrum of consciousness, enabling the makers to adjust what we see, just as easily as who we are. Likewise, during these joy rides by interdimensional beings without corporeal form, our consciousness may be displaced into a monologue which is completely disconnected from physicality. In this dissociative state, we may be fully disconnected from our bodies and the objective reality that results from intersubjectivity. Likewise, in this state, we may step beyond the Panopticon into realms of parallel universes, wherein we possess distinct corporeal forms, produced by distinct physics, chemistry and biology. I imagine that my comment that in each parallel world there is a version of us, a consciousness which may inhabit a distinct corporeal form, may be too broad, in that, in some universes we may exist, our consciousness may exist, in a distinct body, but in others it may not. Learning to discern what mirror selves one has in which alien worlds, gives one reason to assert a particular blending of interdimensional identity. This may be where the phenomenon of starseeds comes in. In that, for some of us, parallel selves may exist in alien species, or civilizations, while for others, they may not. Suffice it to say, the Panopticon rules our perceptions when we allow it to, preserving continuity in our experiences and blinding us to the parallel worlds, filled with alien and almost supernatural occurrences. It is likewise possible to see that these non-corporeal entities might also just as easily be called ghosts or spirits. Meaning that the full gamut of paranormal experiences can be drawn into the interpretation of parallel worlds, beyond the Panopticon. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.